high demand to clean up after the floods. I'm Abby Black, working for you to make sure that you don't get ripped off.
The cleanup continues in the South Bay. How you can help your neighbors coming up.
New numbers show just how many students in the San Diego Unified School District are experiencing homelessness. I'm Heather Myers. We hear one woman's story and the local organizations who are trying to help.
Day 2 of the Farmers Insurance Open. Some tips and what you can expect if you plan to attend.
Plus, the Metropolitan Transit System releases its findings in its independent review of the allegations against former board chair Nathan Fletcher. CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts right now.
Day 3 of cleanup and restoration crews are fanned out across neighborhoods damaged in Monday's floods. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. Tonight there's a warning from the city and county's top prosecutors to watch out for scammers doing shoddy work and price gouging during a state of emergency. CBS 8's Abby Black is working for you with ways you can protect yourself from getting ripped off.
She joins us live from Mountain View tonight. Abby.
Carlo and Marcella, it's 6 o'clock at night and you still have crews that are out here on 42nd Street. Some of these are city workers. You also have private restoration crews. And I've been here since Monday and I've seen some people roaming the neighborhood looking for work, which is fine. But you also want to make sure that before you hire anyone that they are legitimate. We're working for you to make sure that you don't get scammed during this disaster. Families are still unloading their muddied belongings along South 42nd Street. In between the piles of furniture, clothing, and appliances are restoration crews and others who are looking for work.
I see people bringing their cars saying they can haul, or if you guys need help, let us know.
But before families hire anyone, the district and city attorneys are warning people to be vigilant.
People who are coming to your door and handing you a business card, that's suspect.
I spoke with San Diego City Attorney Mara Elliott, who says any work over $500 will require a license. She recommends that you ask for proof of licensing and ID, verify on the California Contractors State License Board website. You should also ensure that they have liability insurance and workers' comp, and check for complaints and reviews not posted by the company, such as the Better Business Bureau.
So we just really need to control our good hearts in situations like this.
People should also ask where the debris will be hauled to. The city tells us that if your stuff is dumped illegally and it can be traced back to you, you can be held responsible. And do not pay in full up front. I also found state laws that say initial payment cannot be more than 10% of the job.
We can rebuild for you. Give us 10 days, but give us that full deposit for the cost. That's a red flag right there.
California also has laws that will protect consumers during a state of emergency. That includes gouging. Prices and rates cannot go up more than 10% on rental housing, motels, building materials, medical supplies, food, gas, and other essentials, as well as towing and transportation, which is already on Elliott's radar.
We're seeing some concerns about how much the towing industry is charging. We're going to follow that and see if there is a trend there.
Elliott says most people are good, but it's important in a moment of vulnerability that people keep their guard up.
It's just crazy right now.
It's not just flood victims that need to be on the lookout. Also, there are scammers out there that pull at the heartstrings of people who want to help. So you need to be careful about who you're going to donate to, those crowdfunding sites. Just make sure that you have legitimate charities that you want to donate to and make sure that you know where the money's going to. Now, as far as price gouging goes, if you are convicted of that, it carries a 1-year sentence in jail and a $10,000 fine. Marcella?
Abby, have there been any reports so far of fraud actually happening during this flood disaster?
Well, the DA's office and Mara Elliott said that they haven't had any official complaints, but like you heard her say, she said that they are going to look into these reports of possible price gouging by tow companies for people who had their cars abandoned during this storm. Also, the city attorney's office is only one of 4 in the state that has an affirmative civil enforcement unit. That means that she can prosecute price gouging on behalf of the state. Marcella?
Good to know. Thanks so much, Abby. Here at CBS 8, we do want to help solve problems affecting you and people in your community. If there's something you'd like us to look into, email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com.
Work is also getting underway to clear flood channels to try and prevent future flooding. The city of San Diego says it's focusing on a stretch from 38th Street and Beta Street through Ocean View Boulevard. The city says people in Southcrest and Mountain View should expect to see the channel cleared in coming days. City emergency crews have been clearing mud and debris since Monday. We're also working for you to find out where you can go if you need help, and for others, how you can help your neighbors and others who have lost so much. Our Kirsten Holmes joins us live from Southcrest with details on a new partnership. Kirsten.
Yeah, like you said, I'm here in Southcrest off Beta Street. I want you to take a look behind me and get an up close and personal view of the cleanup efforts that are still ongoing in this neighborhood. Neighbors in this area pulled their own resources together to get a donation table full of dry clothes, baby formula, and even a grill for food. This community is hurting, but that has not stopped them from helping others. They've offered our crew some of their food, access to their homes for restrooms, breaks. These are just gifts from those who have lost so much. And this is just one of the areas hit by Monday's storm. CBS 8 is working for you as we put the pieces back together in the wake of this storm in our new partnership with the Salvation Army. And the neighbors we talked to here in this neighborhood say they could really use the help. This cleanup could take weeks as neighbors here off Beta Street clear out mud from their homes, water debris that came in with the floodwaters, water damaged furniture that can't be reused, and anything else that has been destroyed because of those floodwaters. Some of these neighbors say they feel forgotten after years of complaining about the storm channels, lack of maintenance nearby, another flash flood that hit the community within the last 10 years, and a water main break that also flooded homes nearby. This community is fed up and they need help. I want you to listen to how one woman describes the situation, and I want you to listen to how the Salvation Army's asking for donation.
We're hurting so much. We're all hurting, and this is not. It's not okay. I feel like they're leaving us behind, and it's my heart. It's broken.
If people are bringing us donations that start piling up, it's not entirely helpful. What is extremely helpful in these situations are cash, financial donations that can be transformed into what the people coming to us actually need.
The Salvation Army has opened up the website for you to give those donations. It's online. You can find a link on our website, cbs8.com. Just click on the help button. And neighbors in this community, they say to me as I walk through the streets, we've been here for hours, they also need manpower help. If you want to come and just help clean out a house, there's a lot of mud inside of these homes, a lot of trash that needs to be taken out. They're asking for that kind of help too, outside of the assistance that they're going to get from the Salvation Army. Again, if you want to help out, you can find that link on our website, cbs8.com. Back to you.
Thanks, Kirsten. And we're working for you to find other ways you can help tonight. CBS 8 is partnering with the San Diego Foundation to announce the Flood Response Fund. The foundation will match donations up to $100,000, and money from the fund will only be directed to nonprofits helping flood victims. You can find the link to donate on our website, cbs8.com.
If you stepped outside early this afternoon, you might have felt a shower, depending on where you were.
What does that mean for the rest of the night and for the weekend? Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis is here with a first look at your microclimate forecast.
What was it raining? I didn't see any.
Most of the county did not.
Just here and there, a little bit.
It was a couple isolated spots. It was a little bit of drizzle that popped up in Kearny Mesa earlier today. But when we look at measurable rainfall, we had it for Oceanside, we had it for Ramona. It was a few hundredths of an inch. And everything, for the most part, was just kind of dreary, and you had the cloud cover still going strong. But as far as rain is concerned, here are some of those totals. So you're just looking at 400ths of an inch for Oceanside, as mentioned, a trace for Kearny Mesa. I encountered that trace trying to walk my dogs earlier this afternoon. And then also for Ramona, about 100th of an inch. So not a lot of rainfall, really isolated in activity for today. But as mentioned, the cloud cover is what was really going strong. And we're still seeing some cloud cover out there, but it's going to start to clear out a little bit more as we go into the rest of tonight. And that's because we got high pressure that's going to start to move in. So for this weekend, it's a different story. You're talking about sunshine back in the forecast for this weekend. We have a ridge of high pressure that's going to be building in, bringing those low 60s that we've recently been experiencing back into the low 70s for coastal communities. And then 60s are set to return by next week. You're seeing that Monday and Tuesday, even tomorrow, 68 degrees for the coast. Much warmer temperatures are in store across the inland valleys. You're going from the 70s. They're set to return tomorrow, low 70s. And then we get right back into the upper 70s to even low 80s in some areas. And that will be this weekend with a ridge of high pressure and also some Santa Ana winds to talk about. Temperatures start to cool into next week. And we also have some rain to talk about in that 8-day. So we'll get to all those details throughout our newscasts. Marcella.
Thanks, Carlene. And remember, you can always share your photos and videos with us on our free CBS 8 app. Just go to the bottom right, you'll see the Near Me section. Click on Share with Us and then upload your photos and videos. Tell us your name, where the photo or video was taken, and then you may see your photos, images right here on CBS 8. A landslide in San Clemente is impacting train service between San Diego County and Orange County. It was reported yesterday just north of Metrolink San Clemente Pier Station. Here are some aerial views. Metrolink service from Oceanside to Laguna Niguel, Mission Viejo has been suspended. This has led to several cancellations on Amtrak's Pacific Surfliner from LA to San Diego. It is still unclear when service will resume. Hundreds of volunteers were out early this morning taking count of people who are experiencing homelessness across the county. The Regional Task Force on Homelessness organizes the point-in-time count every year. This will determine how much federal funding San Diego will get to help address the crisis. This is the first count since the city of San Diego passed the encampment ban last year. It will be months, though, until we get the final numbers.
The Metropolitan Transit System released an investigative report today into allegations against former MTS board chair Nathan Fletcher.
MTS ordered the independent review of allegations of sexual harassment by Fletcher. As CBS 8's David Gottfredson reports, the former MTS employee's lawsuit hinges on whether her relationship with Fletcher was coerced or consensual.
The independent review of allegations of sexual harassment against former County Supervisor Nathan Fletcher was released Thursday morning by the Metropolitan Transit System. MTS paid for the investigation after a former employee, Gracia Figueroa, alleged Fletcher sexually harassed her. She was fired in 2023. The report concludes MTS officials did not have any knowledge of an intimate relationship between Fletcher and Figueroa prior to her termination. Fletcher was not involved in Figueroa's termination, and that Figueroa's termination was due to job performance issues, not her relationship with Fletcher. Figueroa's attorney responded to the findings with a statement saying Figueroa was thriving at MTS before she complained about Fletcher's behavior, and quote, Ms. Figueroa was not even interviewed or consulted by the supposedly independent body performing this investigation. How could a fair or impartial investigation occur when the victim herself is not given the opportunity to tell her story? Fletcher's attorney also issued a statement saying, quote, Fletcher played no role in her termination whatsoever. We are pleased that these facts have finally been confirmed and are now publicly available. Figueroa's wrongful termination and sexual harassment lawsuit against Fletcher and MTS included text message exchanges between her and Fletcher, as previously reported by CBS 8. But earlier this month, Fletcher filed a motion with additional text messages that he says proves their relationship was consensual, including messages from May 2022, where Figueroa allegedly messages Fletcher, I wouldn't be communicating with you if I felt uncomfortable, and that she was, quote, missing your lips. In another message from June 2022, Figueroa appears to invite Fletcher to meet him inside a MTS boardroom where she alleges in her complaint that she was assaulted.
The lawsuit is ongoing with the next hearing set for March. The case is set to go to trial sometime next year. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, David. Still ahead tonight, a candidate for San Diego mayor is calling for an investigation into the city following Monday's flooding.
Plus, was President Biden really sending out robocalls ahead of the New Hampshire primary? We verify.
And up next, we're back in Torrey Pines for day 2 of the Farmers Insurance Open.